homie.
So the Giants Live 2021 Britain's Strongest Man has come to a conclusion. Oh, what an incredible show. If you have not watched it yet, you should go to the Facebook link that I'm going to put in the description below, purchase the content and watch it. It was an even faster pace than their normal shows, which are between 4 and 4.5 hours. This one was done in a little over 3 hours. It was incredible how fast they got through 5 events. And without further ado, if you've watched all my other videos, you know how each individual event shook out. And if not, you should go watch them. But let's get on to the overall standings. Starting off in 10th place, we have Desmond Gannon, who came away with 14.5 points and 10th place. And we'll see how that broke out. So he got 4 points on Dumbbell Medley, came away with 1 point on Super Yoke. He came away with 1.5 point on Deadlift for Reps. He came away with 7 points on the Loading Medley. And then he had 1 point on the Castle Stone. So that's Desmond Gannon, 10th place. Moving on up to 9th place, we have Andy Black. So Andy Black comes away with a total of 19 points. That breaks out into 2 points on the Dumbbell Press, 2 points on the Super Yoke, 4 points on Deadlift for Reps, 3 points on Loading Medley, and 8 points on Castle Stones for Andy Black. So that is the combination of points that puts Andy Black into 9th place at Britain's Strongest Man 2021. As we move on up to 8th place, we'll see that went to Paul Smith, and Paul Smith comes away with 19.5 points. That breaks down into 6 points coming from the Dumbbell Medley, 5 points coming from Super Yoke, 1.5 points in Deadlift for Reps, 5 points in Loading Medley, and 2 points in the Castle Stones for Paul Smith. So those are how the event-by-event points broke out for Paul Smith and how he got to his placing. 7th place went to Shane Flowers. So Shane comes away with 20 total points, edging out Paul Smith by just half a point. And so as we can see, Shane's points come from 1 point on Dumbbell Medley, 3 points on Super Yoke, 4 points on Deadlift for Reps, 8 points on Loading Medley for Shane, did very well there, and then 4 points on Castle Stones for Shane Flowers, putting him into 7th place at the Giants Live 2021 Britain's Strongest Man. Then we have a tie in 5th place. Mark Felix and Pa O'Dwyer both come away with 22.5 points. On the dumbbell, Pa comes away with 5 points, while Mark Felix comes away with 3. On the Super Yoke, we had Pa O'Dwyer coming away with 4 points, and 9 points going to Mark Felix, who just ran through that event. It was something to watch. Deadlift for Reps, they both split the 6.5 points there. Loading Medley, we had 6 points going to Loading Medley, we had 2 points going to Pa O'Dwyer and 1 point going to Mark Felix. And then on the final event, the Castle Stones, we had 5 points going to Pa O'Dwyer and 3 points going to Mark Felix. So that's how Pa O'Dwyer and Mark Felix ended up splitting 5th place. 4th place goes to Luke Stoltman. So Luke Stoltman, 10 points on the Dumbbell Medley, just an incredible effort there. He comes away with 6 points on the Super Yoke. He comes away with 4 points on the Deadlift for Reps. He comes away with 9 points on the Loading Medley. And then the Castle Stones, the final event, 6 points for Luke Stoltman. So that's the breakdown of how Luke Stoltman ends up in 4th place at Britain's Strongest Man 2021. Moving up the list, let's look at our podium. So 3rd place goes to, and may I say, I got the placing for Luke right. You can see that golden 4 matches kind of the white 4, so the golden one's my prediction. I got Graham Hicks right as well, and we'll caveat that by saying I got Graham Hicks right after he corrected my approach on what should have been the best approach to do my prediction. So full credit goes to Graham. Well, half credit goes to Graham, and half goes to me for doing the work all over again. But thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. So 3rd place for Graham Hicks. Congratulations. An incredible performance. 36 points for Graham Hicks, and let's see how that broke down. So 7 points on the Dumbbell Medley for Graham Hicks. Super Yoke, 7 points there as well. Going to the Deadlift for Reps, he splits 1st place with 9 points there. Loading Medley, he comes away with 4 points there. And then Castle Stones, 9 points for Graham Hicks, finishing extremely strongly to solidify his podium finish at Britain's Strongest Man 2021 Giants Live. So congratulations to Graham Hicks. And we'll highlight here 7 points on that Dumbbell Medley where I had originally predicted him not to do so well and then predicted him to win. He gets closer to my second prediction, so great going, Graham. 2nd place ends up going to the defending champion, Adam Bishop. So he comes away with 40 points here, and that breaks out into 8 points on Dumbbell Medley, 10 points on the Super Yoke, 9 points, a split for first place on the Deadlift for Reps, 6 points on the Loading Medley for Adam, and then 7 points on the Castle Stones. So Adam Bishop, the defending, I think, longest reigning since Jimmy Mark, who Britain's Strongest Man. It's 19 months or something along those lines. Finally dethroned, is number 2 this year, just misses it, and he is beaten by the only remaining competitor on our list. The winner in new 2021 Britain's Strongest Man is, by a whopping 6 points, Tom Stoltman. He comes away with 46 points. So if we take a look here at how these two compare, Dumbbell Medley, Adam Bishop had 8 points, Tom Stoltman had 9. So if we look at the running points here, you'll see Tom is ahead by a point. Super Yoke, Tom Stoltman comes away with 8 points, Adam has 10. So now the running points, you see Adam Bishop is in first place now. So after 2 events, he's in first place by a point. Going to the Deadlift for Reps, Tom Stoltman and Adam Bishop split. So Adam Bishop's still ahead by a point and still in first place. Then going to the Loading Medley, Tom makes his move. So Loading and Castle Stones, 2 of Tom's strongest events by far. Tom Stoltman wins the Loading Medley and wins the Castle Stones. By winning the Loading Medley, he pulls ahead by 3 points of Adam Bishop. Bishop now in second, Tom in first. And then the Castle Stones, he makes an even bigger jump there. And that's how it all broke down. That's how Tom Stoltman won 2021 Britain's Strongest Man, hosted by Giants Live. Again, if you haven't watched it yet, $4.99 is an incredible price to pay for all this action. Head on over to the link I put in the description below. Check it out. And again, as always, until next time, ciao, homie.